Jason&Jabari.
What's up, guys? This is Jason from the Jason and Jabari Gaming, and today I will be going over my top 5 favorite rank 3 champions that I own. Huge shout out to Rose for the super chat and the idea. This was completely on Rose, and I did say I would make this video, so here we go. But first, I asked you guys a question last time on the question of the day, and that question was, would you give Kabam a W or an L for the recent event they did with the Deathless Champions, starting off with Dr. J, who gave them a W, and he actually did his run a few days ago, and he got Enchantress. So congratulations to you, Dr. J. Then we got the boy Truth Comics, who said he gives them a massive W, with the exception of Dimensional Beings. That was a challenging run, especially that Spider-Man 2099. So I definitely would agree with him on there. He said everything else was pretty straightforward. Didn't require a ton of crazy champions. The Necro run was his favorite run ever. Big W. I would have to agree with you. The Necro run with the Deathless Champions was amazing and very, very fun. And then we finally have Jason Ozfan. He said he thinks it was a W for sure. Surprised himself how much he liked Deathless Gilly, and it actually ended up taking her to rank 3. So congratulations, Jason. Thank you guys for your answers that were submitted. Today's question of the day, guys, is who is your favorite rank 3 champion and why? I think this list might surprise a few people. There might be some people who already know all 5 of mine, or there might be some people like, I didn't even know you had that champion at rank 3, or I didn't even know you like that champion that much. I have 50 rank 3 champions, guys. So I have a substantial amount of champions that we're going to choose from, or at least I believe I do. So coming in at number 5, we have Mordo. I recently took Mordo to rank 3. I do enjoy his play style with the building of the Furies and the heavies. I like that he has degen, so I would encourage you to run the Ghost Rider relic with him. He actually is going to be pretty good for this upcoming Battlegrounds season in weeks 3 and 4 for the safeguard meta. He can bypass that with the degens. He also has a Soul Barb on his SP2. And a more recent champion with the Soul Barb would be Kushala, where she does the ignition of buffs and places those on the champions, and then she rips a SP2 and that Soul Barb goes crazy. Well, I think Mordo was the first champion to come out with the Soul Barb. But granted, it doesn't do any damage unless they have a buff attached to them, and the more buffs they have on them, the more damage it's going to deal. Also, he has a power gain, so that helps with him gaining power, so you'll be able to throw specials, things like that. I do like if you hold block for a certain amount of time, he can block unblockables, which is really, really cool. His SP3 doesn't really do too much. It's one of the weakest in the game, but he's a cool champion. And also, if he does his Astro Evade, he places a degen on the opponent. So that's pretty cool. So say if you got parried on attack, if they tried to hit you and they didn't have anything to bypass his Astro Evade, you could get out of it. So he's a really cool champion. I'm just doing all singular champions, no synergies here, and just talking about why I like the champions. Coming in at number 4, we have the boy Civil Warrior. Some of you guys knew I took my Civil Warrior to rank 3. He was my first ever rank 2 7-star tech champion. I did make a promise to a buddy of mine, Nah from Kabam. He works for Kabam. And I made good on my promise, and I do love this champion. I can take him, and High Tier War has been done actually more recently in the last season. So if you haven't checked out the last season, all my wars are up and he's in there. I love the aspect that he builds armor ups. If he has 4 armor ups, it becomes immune to poison and bleed, but he has to have 4 of them up. And then if you hold block, or excuse me, if you dash back and hold for a duration of time, he converts those armor ups into furies, and those can scale up to 50 furies. It is challenging to maintain that, but he hits harder and harder and harder. So last 2 champions, if you notice, they build furies, right? So that might be a common theme. His SP1 gives him 4 armor ups. His SP2, it drains up to 2 bars of the opponent's power. His SP3 drains up to 2 bars of the opponent's power, and it power locks them, so that's really cool. Also, he reduces the damage of special attacks, including special 3s, at Sig 200 by 40%. So all you got to do is hold block. So I think that's super, super cool and unique. I don't know if another champion has that ability in the game, but he's super fun to play, and I really, really like him. He's my second favorite tech champion in this entire game. Civil Warrior, ladies and gentlemen. What a beast. Number 3, we have Falcon. Everyone knows I do the Falcon punch meme in my Battlegrounds videos. It's super cool. My Falcon recently has become Sig 200. I am rocking the Black Widow relic. It's almost maxed out as well. With Locked On, he reduces the opponent's ability accuracy by 100%, and he has guaranteed critical hits on his specials. If you throw off that special 1 like I did, he gets an additional bleed. They both will be critical, and then he has a guaranteed critical hit on his special 2 on the second end of it. I did not get a chance to get to a special 3, but what it does is it does a little incinerate. It's just a little one, but it also increases the chances for critical hits. So you know, he has a little theme with critical hits. He likes to hit pretty hard. That's his whole shtick. He's a super fun champion to play. Very satisfying to me. All the champions you guys are going to see, I don't consider them to be OP in any way, shape, or form, but they're satisfying to me to play. And there's a payout to these champions. Some require a little bit more skill than others, but they all are super fun and keep the game fun for me, which is the most important thing in my opinion. But yeah, so the SP1 applies a bleed. The SP2, it doesn't do anything, but I've done so many Battlegrounds fights in war fights with him, and he's just amazing to me personally. So yeah, Falcon number 3. Coming in at number 2, we have Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is one of my favorite mutants in this game for sure, hands down. And I finally got mine to signature 200. He has 2 modes. He has the swashbuckling mode, and he has the Nerfum mode. I don't know how to actually say that. I'm sorry, guys. I did not actually play this fight really well at all. I just wanted to talk about the champion, so I didn't re-record. It doesn't matter. But yeah, you can evade most of the champion specials in the game, especially the hard ones such as like Mangog, Nick Fury, Photon in her pure light form. You know, the list goes on, and he's super fun to play. If you build him up correctly, which you want to build up his passive prowess and his passive precisions, he will crit like a truck. I mean, it's super nasty. He has some defensive capabilities as well, where a lot of players still don't know how to switch him effectively, and even if you do, sometimes he can get a little tricky in order to get the timing right to do that. So he could be a good stall option. And if he hits you with the passive insta bleeds, that's red numbers. So you're getting the hit plus an additional hit, as you can see there, and he crits quite often if you build him up. So yeah, I really love Nightcrawler a lot, man. Super fun to play, and to no one's surprise, my number 1 champion and favorite champion in this game is Kang. Now, I did not bring in the APOC synergy, so this is going to take a minute. He does not hit super hard. That comes with the APOC synergy, which I think he absolutely needs if you want to take him into war and or long form content. Now he can do the same things utility wise. It doesn't change, So that's what I'm showcasing here, and I'm just talking about him. I love the fact that he has an armor up. His awakened ability is just based off of stored power, which helps his armor rating, so he can become more of a small tank the more power you hold on to. I will get him to Sig 200 just because I want to. It's not necessary. He's completely fine on Awaken. His SP1 has a stun, and you can actually do a stun lock, which I will showcase here. This is just Kang. I'll showcase it after I go through his specials, because this is going to take a lot of hits to take Winter Soldier down without the APOC synergy, and that's absolutely fine, guys. I'm fine with that. I love Kang, right? First and foremost, I love Kang, okay? The synergy just makes him super clutch, but I love Kang. His SP3 has heal block on it, and it lasts for 12 seconds. His animations to his SP3 looks pretty cool, in my opinion as well. Very unique. His SP2 completely power drains the opponent 100%. I've already showcased that already. And at this point, I'm going to start power locking. If you have the relic, you can I'm sorry, not power lock, stun lock. So you want to go medium light medium into a medium triple light medium combo, and then that will continuously carry you over. You can stay in this loop for all of eternity, right? But anyway, yeah, I really appreciate Kang's utility. This guy is a very old champion too, guys. He's been out since almost the beginning of time, since this game started. Not quite, but he's very close. And the utility they gave him and stuff, I thought was super cool. I fell in love with this champion a very long time ago. And yeah, here we are, man. Kang, super cool champion. Again, you do need the APOC synergy in order to do some tougher content. That video will be coming out soon-ish. But yeah, those are my top 5 champions. Notice the question of the day was, what is yours? So do let me know, but we're going to do a recap real quick. And again, guys, I have 50 rank 3 champions. So number 5 was Mordo. Again, I've already explained my reasoning for him. He's a super fun champion. I just recently took him up. I know a lot of people did not know that. Number 4 was Silver Warrior. A lot of people know my love for this guy. If they know me, they've known I've done tier 1 wars with him, and I've done seasons of battlegrounds with him as well. Even in some tournaments in the beginning when you know, battlegrounds was new. Number 3 is Falcon. Everybody knows the Falcon punch meme at this point, and that will continue. He's definitely going to go burr this season, guys, so look out for that. Coming in at number 2 is the Nightcrawler. He's gonna have to take a bench. He's not gonna be super good for this BG's meta, but yeah, one of my favorite mutants in the game. Finally got him to Sig 200. Super happy about that. Him and Falcon both at max Sig. So very satisfied with that. And finally, we got the boy Kang. Finally, we got the homie OG Kang coming in at number 1, my favorite champion in this game. That will not change. I will like other champions that come out, but nobody will take this man's spot. So yeah, that's super cool in my opinion, man. And again, this is not to say these are the best 5 champions or anything like that. I'm giving you a list of, out of all these 50, which these are all my rank 3s, by the way, that I have, my top 5. So let me know if you like this video. Like and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one. Again, huge shout out to Rose, and thank you. Peace.